Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. It was narrated from Mutarif bin Abdullah bin Shikir that his father said, "The Messenger of Allah said, the lost animal of the Muslim may lead to the burning flame of hell." Sunan ibn Majah 2502 Reference 18 Hadith 1. Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. It was narrated that Mundir bin Jarir said, "I was with my father in Bawazij and the cows came back in the evening. He saw a cow, did not recognize it. He said, 'What is this?' He said, 'A cow that joined the herd.' And he issued orders that it be driven away until it disappeared from view. Then he said, 'I heard the Messenger of Allah say, no one gives refuge to a stray animal but one who is also astray.'" Sunan ibn Majah 2503 Reference 18 Hadith 2. Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. It was narrated from Zayd bin Khalid that the Prophet was asked about a lost camel. He turned red, and he said, "What does it have to do with you? It has its feet and its water supply. It can go and drink water and eat from the trees until its owner finds it." And he was asked about lost sheep, and he said, "Take it, for it will be for you or for your brother or for the wolf." And he was asked about lost property, and he said, "Remember the features of its leather bag and strap, and announce it for 1 year. Then if someone claims it, describing it to you with those features, give it to him. Otherwise incorporate it into your own wealth." Sunan ibn Majah 2504 Reference 18 Hadith 3. Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. It was narrated from Iyad bin Himar that the Messenger of Allah said, "Whoever finds lost property, let him ask 1 or 2 men of good character to witness it, then he should not alter it nor conceal it. If its owner comes along, then he has more right to it. Otherwise it belongs to Allah, SWT, who gives it to whomsoever He wills." Sunan ibn Majah 2505 Reference 18 Hadith 4. Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. It was narrated that Suwaid bin Ghafala said, "I went out with Zayd bin Suhan and Salman bin Rabia, and when we were at Udaib, I found a whip. They said to me, 'Throw it away,' but I refused. When we came to Al-Madinah, I went to Ubay bin Kab and told him about that. He said, 'You did the right thing. I found 100 dinar that had been lost at the time of the Messenger of Allah, and I asked him about it. He said, "Announce it for a year." So I announced it, and I did not find anyone who recognized it. He said, "Remember the features of its bag and strap, and how many it contains, then announce it for a year. If someone comes who describes it with those features, give it to him. Otherwise it is like your own property." Sunan ibn Majah 2506 Reference 18 Hadith 5. Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. It was narrated from Zayd bin Khalid al-Juhani that the Messenger of Allah was asked about lost property. He said, "Announce it for a year, then if someone describes it with its features, return it to him. If no one claims it, then remember the features of its leather bag and strap, and consume it, use it. Then if its owner comes along, give it to him." Sunan ibn Majah 2507 Reference 18 Hadith 6. Sunan ibn Majah, the chapters on lost property. It was narrated from Miqdad bin Amr that he went out one day to al-Baqi, which is the graveyard, to relieve himself. People used to go out to relieve themselves only every 2 or 3 days, and their faces was like that of a camel, because of hunger and rough food. Then he entered a ruin, and while he was squatting to relieve himself, he saw a rat bringing a dinar out of a hole. Then it went in and brought out another, until it had brought out 17 dinars. Then it brought out a piece of red rag. Miqdad said, I picked up the rag and found another dinar inside it, thus completing 18 dinar. I took them out and brought them to the Messenger of Allah, and told him what had happened. I said, "Take its sadaqah, charity, O Messenger of Allah." He said, "Take them back, for no sadaqah is due on them. May Allah, SWT, bless them for you." Then he said, "Perhaps you put your hand in the hole?" I said, "No, by the one who has honored you with the truth." Sunan ibn Majah 2508 Reference 18 Hadith 7. Sunan ibn Majah. The chapters on lost property. It was narrated from Abu Hurairah that the Messenger of Allah said, "1/5 is due on buried treasure." Sunan ibn Majah 2509 Reference 18 Hadith 8. Sunan ibn Majah. The chapters on lost property. It was narrated from Ibn Abbas that the Messenger of Allah said, "1/5 is due on buried treasure." Sunan ibn Majah 2510 Reference 18 Hadith 9. Sunan ibn Majah. The chapters on lost property. Sulayman bin Hayyan said, "I heard my father narrate from Abu Hurairah that the Prophet said, 'Among those who came before you there was a man who bought some property and found therein a jar of gold. He said, I bought land from you, but I did not buy the gold from you.' The man said, 'Rather I sold you the land with whatever is in it.' They referred their case to a third man who said, 'Do you have children?' One of them said, 'I have a boy.' The other said, 'I have a girl.' He said, 'Marry the boy to the girl, and let them spend on themselves from it and give in charity.' Sunan ibn Majah 2511 Reference 18 Hadith 10.